A new Fox News poll out tonight reveals that much of the country is now behind the president-elect when it comes to his values and his priorities for America. On the economy, 66% of the country, they feel optimistic compared to 49% last year. And when it comes to what Americans think should be top priorities for our president, the Fox poll reveals 46% say the number one issue is the economy and jobs, followed by fighting terror and the Islamic State, 44%, and healthcare third, 43%. Quite an improvement on those issues in terms of support for Mr. Trump's policies. And joining me now, domestic policy advisor to the Trump administration, Ken Blackwell. Ken, great to see you, and thanks for being with us tonight. You worked hard, and this has got to be a especially gratifying evening for you. We appreciate you being with us. Let me start with, if I may, the latest example, if you will, of the venomous state that Washington, D.C. is in. That is the attacks by the Democratic left on the nominees of this president-elect in the gratuitous way in which they are using invective, insinuation. It's like nothing we've ever seen before. And Senator Schumer saying he'll put two through, and we'll have to see about the rest after the Republicans gave Barack Obama 7 nominations on inaugural day. Confirmed.
Lou, this is an exceptional American moment, and we're not going to let the hand-wringers and naysayers rain on our parade. You are going to see tomorrow a simple, elegant, inspirational celebration and ceremony on American exceptionalism. This country is ready for a change. They don't want someone to tinker around the edges. They want a disruption of the status quo to put us back on a path of growth, limited government, free markets that give free men and free women an opportunity to put us back on an explosive track of American exceptionalism. And let me just say this, Lou. Look, great nations are not the products of great governments. They are the products of good men and good women in free markets doing great things together. And that's what has captured the American imagination through the vision of Donald Trump. And we're ready to go, and we're not going to let the naysayers rain on this parade.
I never for a moment thought you would, never dreamed that you would permit such a thing. And I also know that as you talk about our president-elect, I think people continue, to me, inexplicably, to underestimate the power and the talent and the energy of this man. He is a leader for our times, as I believe FDR was a leader for our times in the 30s. He is a leader for our times, as was Abraham Lincoln or Theodore Roosevelt. I really think he has extraordinary potential to achieve the possibilities that young Americans right now perhaps have given up dreaming about. It would be wonderful to see the American dream resurrected, the middle class to begin growing again, wages to rise, and the American dream be returned to its primacy in this nation's culture and an entire people's aspiration.
Aspirational is what you're going to get tomorrow in his words. And one of the things that a group of mutual friends of yours and mine have been discussing is that at the center of American exceptionalism and great American leaders is that they, in a very timely way, aspire to the better angels of our nature. And that's what we're going to get tomorrow. He will aspire the better angels and speak to the better angels of our nature. Look, we have hundreds of men and women have been working intensely for 5 months on providing, draft executive orders, policy initiatives that have grown from his vision and his commitments to the American people over the course of a campaign. He has a playbook that he has inspired, and he will be able on the field of play to determine whether it's shock and awe or a continuous tide of change in policies and direction. That's his call. He, in fact, is the inspiration of this playbook, his words, his commitment to the American people. But he understands that we, in fact, must, again, release the great energy of freedom that has made us the greatest nation in all of human history. And we don't have to apologize for the agenda that he has, in fact, inspired and he's ready to implement once he puts his hand on the Bible and is sworn in as the President of the United States. We're going to have economic growth. We're going to have a set of policies that unleash our economy and allows for capital formation. But most importantly, it will put Americans back to work again, Lou. We have a nation that has been going over the last 7 years backwards in terms of the labor participation rate, in terms of household incomes. We, in fact, are going to not only inspire, we're going to have the policy initiatives that will, and the leadership from Donald Trump, from President Trump, that will accomplish this.
And I love what the Vice President-elect said. The Trump administration is now in the business of delivering on promises. Ken Blackwell, great to have you with us. I'm going to say to you tonight, congratulations and Godspeed tomorrow and beyond. Thanks for being with us.